Hello! You may have noticed that I am wearing a PAX 2009 t-shirt. Yes, friends, this was my very first PAX Prime, my first PAX ever. I was looking through my closet and I was like, I should wear something I haven't worn before. And then I was like, I know I've never worn this shirt before. Those were the good old days. I remember I found out about PAX about a week or so before the convention was to take place. Tons of tickets left. Yeah, tons of tickets left. Now they sell out in like minutes. Crazy. So yes, welcome to another Ask Britt Shit. Now typically I'll have a glass of whiskey at my side during this video, but I may or may not have had a Long Island already, which is why my eyes are kind of sleepy looking. But heads up, if I don't have any whiskey, but I have a half drink 5H right here. Call these 5H's. I'll pretend. To all of you who wrote me handwritten letters, thank you so much. So much. So freaking awesome. The dude that runs my post office was like, oh, I haven't seen that many handwritten letters in a while. And I was like, yeah, that's because your e-friends aren't as rad as mine. So when it comes to the letters, what I think I'll do is I'll open one handwritten letter per episode and I will personally write you back. So I hope you gave me the right address. Otherwise some random person's gonna get a really weird written letter from this dork right here. So yeah. Alright, our first handwritten letter comes from James Fox. Ooh, I like that name. James Fox. I'm so excited. So excited. I just can't hide. Dude. You sealed it with a thing. That is so cool. That's legit. Super legit. Oh, this is so exciting, guys. Oh, wow. Canada money, eh? It's so cool. James asks, hello, Brittney. I have 2 questions for Ask Britt Shit. What is your favorite gaming console ever? I think mine would have to be the Nintendo 64. For me, that's the console that really got me into gaming. Prior to that, I had only messed around on the Sega Master System. The Sega Genesis was the first console that really blew me away graphics-wise. Sounds funny to say that now, with how far games have come. Thank you for this. I'm gonna be high rolling now with this. Look how sexy their money is. Like, Canada, you have sexy money. It's like, it gives it the perception of being clean, because it's all like clear. I shouldn't put my eye that close to it though. Full disclaimer when it comes to the favorite gaming console ever answer. My answers will change depending on when you ask me. Depends what kind of mood I'm in, how nostalgic I'm feeling. So, with that said, right now I feel like I'm leaning towards the PlayStation 2. And I'm sure I've said this before in other videos, but, you know, DVD player for one. I played Final Fantasy IX on that, Breath of Fire, and just, it was so groundbreaking at the time. I remember I got a call from my grandma, or my grandma called my mom, and my mom told me, I think this is how it went actually, and she was like, Grandma just called and she wants to know if you want a PlayStation 2. Oh, of course I wanted a PlayStation 2. That was so cool. Actually, I was playing on my PlayStation when that happened. God, so cool. The second question is, what's a classic game that you wish they would remake? Mine would be Battletoads for the original Nintendo. Such a fantastic game. Although, I've never actually been able to beat it. Games were much more harder back then, don't you think? A classic game I wish people would remake. You know, a game was a lot of fun. Toomba. Did you ever play that? I think it was a PlayStation exclusive, if I recall. I might be wrong on that, but it was this crazy, weird platforming game, and there were pigs everywhere, and it was just quirky and weird and wonky, and I loved it. I think that's the only platformer I've been able to get into other than, like, Mario. For some reason, I typically don't like platformers unless they're Mario, but Toomba, that was awesome. I'd like to see a new Toomba. Yeah. James also said, I live in Canada and I know I will not likely ever make it to a convention to meet you in person, so I wanted to include $20 so that the next time you're in Canada, you can buy some wings and beer on me. Ah, that's so cool and so nice. Thank you. I still think that's awesome. That is rad. I want to do that someday. The next question comes from I ate the bacon cheeseburger. That's awesome. And I Ate the Bacon Cheeseburger asks, I'm morbidly shy. I don't drink alcohol. Should I start? Because drinking is a social lubricant. And yes, I'm legal to drink. Well, my first question to you, I Ate the Bacon Cheeseburger, was going to be, are you of legal age? And because you are, I will answer your question. So here's the thing about drinking. It can be fun. I mean, I just told everyone that I had a Long Island before this because I was at a social gathering and it was fun to drink and it gives you a fun little buzz. It gives me a fun little buzz, I should say. Not everyone handles alcohol the same. And I think most people have seen or experienced someone or themselves being negatively affected by alcohol. So, I Ate the Bacon Cheeseburger. I would suggest seeing how you are tipsy or buzzed before you put yourself into a social situation, unless you are amongst friends. Because I've seen people drink for the first time and they just turn into absolute messes, or they get angry and they're just not fun to be around, or they get really sloppy, you know. So if you're thinking about drinking just because you want to help overcome your shyness, I don't see how that could hurt. But make sure you start drinking in a healthy surrounding where you're going to be safe and you don't have the potential to really get yourself like fucked up. I mean, I used to take like a shot before I would make videos, or before I would hop on a podcast, or before I would like interview someone, because it helped quell my nerves. I mean, I don't do that anymore because I just don't give a fuck anymore. But so I would say, you know, there's nothing wrong with it. It can help a lot, but don't, you know, depend on it for the entirety of your lifetime, because that's not really healthy. You don't want to like have to get hammered every time you want to go out to a social setting. But if it helps, hey, why not? Try it. Give it a shot. Literally. I feel like one eye is blinking a lot slower than the other. It's like this one. I feel like I'm going, oh God. All right, next question comes from Michael Espinoza. And Michael asks, how long does a game usually take you? Well, Michael, that depends on the game. I have a playstyle, and typically it's with RPGs, because RPGs usually have all the side quests, where I like to get all of the side stuff done before I continue with the main mission. And there are a few reasons for that. The first one is I like to be over-leveled. I like to be overpowered. I don't like challenges in video. I mean, up to a point, I like a challenge. But I don't like to get frustrated to the point where I'm like raging and throwing shit out a window and like breaking tables, and that, I mean, that's not fun to me. That's not enjoyable. So by doing side quests, I become overpowered. You know, main story missions are then a lot easier. So the second reason I do all the side quests before I tackle the main story is because I hate cliffhangers. I mean, I love them, but I hate them, right? So I will do all the side quests, get all of that side shit out of the way, so then I can just hit the main story missions like one after another, and I can continue through the story without having to stop, do side quests. Okay, then I'll continue with the story, then stop and do side quests, and you know. I'm getting a little off topic here, but have you guys been playing Dragon Age Inquisition? Because I've been playing that, and that is a game I cannot use my RPG playstyle with, because the amount of side quests are, oh my god, it's fucking terrifying. There is so much content in that game, so I'm actually like having to pull myself away from the side quests so I don't like forget what's happening in the main story. You know, it's like I just want to do all of them, but I can't because I'm too low level to like do some of the other like higher level side quest stuff, but it's currently available, but I can't defeat it. And I'm totally off track now, and I totally derailed. My question, or my answer to your question, is generally for RPGs it takes me a while because I do have that play style. Shooters and other kind of games, I don't do collection quests. I don't like those at all. I think they're just kind of like fodder for shit. It's shit fodder is what it is. With the exception of Dragon Age, I'm collecting every fucking shard in that game. So anyway, typically if there's a bunch of side quests, it'll take me a long time. If there's like nothing but like the main story, like fetch quest or like collection quest, I won't even bother with those. Does that even answer your question? I don't even know really how to answer this question. Sorry if I failed you, Michael. Well, friends, I feel like I am progressively like my face is succumbing to gravity and it's gonna be really like, ugh. So I should probably wrap up this video. Thank you so much for watching, and send me handwritten letters, please, if you would like to. I will write you back, I promise, after I answer it on the computer. Yeah, thanks for being awesome and watching my video. It's appreciated. It is 1 o'clock in the morning and I've had a Long Island and I don't think my body can handle it. Getting old socks. Bye!